Hey did everyone, I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I've got 20 top Switch bargains for you on the Nintendo eShop. There's over 1,500 games on sale. This is a huge sale for Europe and for the UK. I'm sorry to my American friends, not many of these games this week are on sale, but don't worry, next week we'll be covering a lot more games in the US. Now, bear in mind you can buy these games from the UK or European eShops. I'll put a guide in the description to let you know how you can do that. If you want a further 10% off using code SwitchWatch10 on our website, www.switchwatch.net, head on over there, buy an eShop card, we'll deliver it straight to your inbox. And we've got an extra incentive this week for anyone who buys a Nintendo eShop card of any value. This week, we're entering you into an automatic prize draw where we'll choose somebody at the end of the week and we'll give you another £15 or the equivalent in your region. So make sure you order today from www.switchwatch.net using code SwitchWatch10 in your basket. Let's get into this mega sale and we start off with Hades. Hades has its lowest price ever on the Nintendo eShop. A superb game from Supergiant. We gave this one a 10 out of 10 in my review. I'll link it up above. If you like Transistor and Bastion, those were really silky smooth, polished games from Supergiant. They're on sale too, by the way. Then this is absolutely brilliant too. A roguelike dungeon crawler that came out last year, blew us away. You play as a Zagreus, the son of Hades, who wants to escape the underworld and will fail many times in doing so, gradually getting stronger as you go. The Pantheon cast is brilliant. The way they recall your runs and taunt or support you is a nice touch, but it's the action that really gets the blood going and makes you come alive. With a choice of 6 weapons, once you progress, each offers a different playstyle to take on the hordes of undead. This is a game, if you haven't tried yet, you will not want to put down. Bag it now at its best price ever. Next up for you, we have a SpiritFarer, which is on sale in all regions. So our friends in America can get this one with 67% off. You'll see that I've detailed those lowest prices ever in the cards if you want to know. SpiritFarer is a cozy management game about dying, unfortunately. You play a stellar ferry master to the deceased, a SpiritFarer. You need to build a boat to explore the world, then befriend and care for spirits before finally releasing them into the afterlife. Surprisingly relaxing for such a dark topic in which you farm, mine, fish, harvest, cook, and craft your way across mystical seas. You can enjoy this one in co-op as well, and ultimately you learn to say goodbye to your cherished friends. It's all about that Castlevania Anniversary Collection. Combines old school classic titles from the 8-bit and 16-bit era. There are 8 titles to be enjoyed, including the spin-off Kid Dracula that never made it to the West. And out of the 8 titles you get to play, some have aged superbly and still a blast to play, while others are less enjoyable. Overall though, this is a wonderful collection, and with 80% off, it's a trip down memory lane into one of the most influential game series ever produced. If you want a mature action-adventure puzzler that thrills players with its story and delves into relationships, then Catherine Full Body is for you. Here you have to overcome challenging and addictive puzzles to survive the nightmare. You can also play this in versus or co-op mode, and it's never a bad time to play this one with your friends. This one at the moment has one of its lowest prices ever on the Nintendo eShop. As I said, if you want a maturer game, then this one is for you. Yes, Devolver Digital are at it again. Ape Out is great, 75% off, and well, it's easy to pick up. A blast to play. You play as a big old gorilla on the loose, trying to escape from gun-wielding humans. Each level is procedurally generated, and the simple and bold visuals work very well, but the star of the show is the music. As you smash humans to bits, their music responds, and you get into the rhythm. It's all about fun. A great pickup at the price right now. What are you, a dog person or a cat person? I'm certainly a cat person. I've got my cat Phoenix, who I've had for about 8 months now. He's a right little terrier, and brought me a mouse as a present this morning, dead on the floor, unfortunately. There you go. If you have a cat, you know what I'm talking about. Cat Quest was great, but Cat Quest 2 is a lovely little RPG full of character that's perfect. Sorry about that. Chill out experience with adorable characters and surprisingly deep but extremely accessible gameplay. And if you're looking for a nice accessible action RPG, then have a look at this one with 70% off in the UK and Europe right now. And if you've got no money on your eShop account, visit www.switchwatch.net. Get an extra 10% off by buying an eShop card in your region using code SwitchWatch10 for an extra 10% off. Next up, MegaMan 11, another game matching its previous best ever price. It's a platforming game at best, fantastic controls and a classic layout where you tackle 8 tough levels, each guarded by a robot master at the end. They ditched the attempts of Mega Man X to make the story center stage and instead return to what we love above. Mega Man, frantic, fast-paced action and risk around every corner. Bag it now, 67% off. We covered Saints Row the Third when it was on sale in the US at its lowest price ever. Now it has its lowest price ever in the UK and in Europe with 75% off. This game is absolutely crazy. You can play co-op, you can fly solo, or even play online. Mad game. Weapons of destruction. If you love these sort of games, open plan where you can just blow up everything to crap, then this is for you. It's outlandish and it comes with all the DLC. I don't think I need to say too much about this one. It's been around a long time and it's a lot of fun on the Nintendo Switch. And this includes more than 30 DLC items with the price right now. If you haven't tried this one, you're going to have a lot of fun here on the Nintendo Switch. I've got another anniversary edition. This is Contra. The Contra series brings back fabulous memories for me. I remember playing this with James. He had an NTSC adapter on his SNES and we would play US releases as kids. And one of the absolute favorites was Contra 3: The Alien Wars. Along the same lines as the Castlevania and arcade collections, this Contra collection from Konami features a bunch of 8 and 16-bit classics in this superb series that is, to this day, displays some of the best run and fun shooting gameplay mechanics ever, for my opinion anyway. What makes this series stand out is the difficulty, excellent quality in every title of the series. There's no duffers here, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a fantastic price right now to enjoy on your Nintendo Switch. What can we say about Dark Souls that hasn't already been said? Dark Souls remastered on the Nintendo Switch. So iconic, it has created its only category. Often when we talk about tough games now, it's easy to refer to the Dark Souls series. And for good reason. This epic RPG adventure is punishing and its port to the Switch is solid. If you've never played this classic, then do yourselves a favor and pick it up. And if you have played it, then it's great on the move. Given the vast content on offer, you might want to just jump back in. Puyo Puyo Tetris was great. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 is fantastic. Combining two iconic puzzle franchises, Puyo Puyo Tetris is a comprehensive, solid puzzle title that's a joy to play and has its lowest price ever with 65% off. Now is definitely the right time to buy if you want a solid puzzle game. Doom Eternal on the Nintendo Switch is fast, brutal and thrilling in this first-person shooter. Doom Eternal runs exceptionally well on the Switch with no performance problems at all, which is impressive. Everything here is fast-paced and frantic. We're running in and shooting demons back to hell is what gets the best results. The Doom franchise has stood the test of time superbly by holding on to its grim and pulse-racing core gameplay that you just can't beat. And now with 67% off in the UK and the EU, it's an absolutely awesome bargain. What is your favourite Resident Evil game? Ours is certainly Resident Evil 4. Many of the Resident Evil games are on sale, but we've picked Resident Evil 4 with its lowest price ever in all regions. An absolutely fantastic game where they changed the camera angle to over the shoulder. Makes for some absolutely brilliant action, intense set pieces against those zombies. We absolutely love this one. And if you love Resident Evil, then this is definitely the game for you on the Nintendo Switch right now if you want your dose of horror. If you love your racing games, then Horizon Chase Turbo with 76% off has to be considered. If you remember games such as Lotus Series and Outrun, this game takes you back there in an instant. I've got a review of this one. I'll put a link in the top right hand corner. The devs here are constantly making updates for this, and they're a passionate team. You can play this with friends in couch co-op, split screen, which I know many of you love, or on your own. There's multiple modes where you can partake in a world tour or go for endurance. There's also a new playground mode which has you racing against a changing set of races with twists including time attacks and changes to weather and much more. Here you compete to beat other players and reach that elusive top 50. I love the 16-bit visuals here. It brings the places you travel to life and has an absolutely fantastic soundtrack. A brilliant game at its current price. Carrion, for me, an absolutely brilliant Metroidvania described as a reverse horror game. Currently has 50% off, matching its lowest ever price. And here you control a monster trying to prey on the staff in the facility that had you locked up. Through your adventure, you'll gain new abilities, travel to new areas, and you'll often need to morph in size and squeeze through vents and doors to access new areas. And just because you're the monster, don't be fooled, this is not an easy time. Guards with shields and flamethrowers will block your path through the gruesome facility. With 50% off now, this is the time to give it a go. I did a review of Narruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Trilogy. What a bloody mouthful that is, by the way. And it's garnered almost 500,000 views. Thank you to everybody that has supported this. This is the trilogy, and our hero here, Narruto, is on an adventure which takes him through 3 games in this particular package with 75% off. Shame it doesn't include the 4th, but it's a lovely story. There's lots of fight sequences here, and you're going to absolutely love this one. If you haven't played it yet, it has one of its lowest prices ever at this moment in time, and I really recommend that you get it. I'm not going to say too much here because I've got a massive review of this one which I'll link in the top right hand corner. And yeah, as I say, you guys supported me hugely on this particular review, so thank you for that. Check it out and you'll see what you're getting here for your money. The Messenger is an absolutely brilliant indie game on the Nintendo Switch. Here, a demon army besieges your village, and as a young ninja, you venture through a cursed world to deliver a scroll paramount to the clan's survival. What begins as a classic action platformer soon unravels into an expansive time-traveling adventure full of thrills, surprises, and humor. The Messenger is one of the strongest indie titles. We love its retro-style chiptunes, plus its branching paths later on to discover. With 60% off, definitely the time to try this one out if you haven't done so already. Hotline Miami is another great collection. It brings extremely highly regarded original indie title, its more disappointing sequel together, and ports them onto the Nintendo Switch. Both are good, but I enjoy the first one more. There are very few games that are more violent than these two. Brutal gameplay is bonkers, unique as well as tough and unforgiving. Simply put, it's hardcore, gruesome murder. There's a blast and a laugh to play. With 75% off, give this one a go. Katana Zero is another brilliant indie game, matches its best lowest price ever with 40% off. This here is where you, as a drug-fueled katana wielding killer, take on levels where one slice kills your enemies and one hit equals your own death. Each stage is timed, requires skill to succeed, but there's a joy in multiple different ways to tackle each level. When you die, the game rewinds with a nice VHS style and you go again. The game is visually pleasing with a neo-noir setting, and the way enemies crumble is really satisfying, but on top of that, there's a really gripping 80s style thriller story that unfolds in between stages, and there's even a couple of different endings to discover. Brilliant game at a brilliant price. Lastly today, ladies and gentlemen, we have My Friend Pedro, another absolutely fantastic game on the Nintendo Switch. I really enjoyed it. It's quirky, another hit from Devolver Digital. Sentient floating banana is just crazy, but combine that with one man's struggle to obliterate anyone in his path feels like a ballet at times, a dance of acrobatics and shooting, all in a combination of jumps, flips and twirls with some slow motion thrown in for good measure. Throw in a motorbike chase, some physics puzzles, and this is one of the best games of 2019, which I very much enjoyed. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the 20 bargains that we've picked, but remember, there's 1,500 games on sale right now. in the Nintendo eShop. We've just picked 20 of them. If you want an extra 10% off, buy a Nintendo eShop card from our store, which is at www.switchwatch.net. If you use the code SwitchWatch10, you'll get 10% off till the end of June. Also, we'll enter you into an automatic prize draw for another £15, and we'll announce the winner on our next week's bargains video. Thank you to all of our members, all of our subscribers, and if you're still watching, you're an absolute legend. We can't thank you enough. And if you are new here and you want that Switch goodness every week, bargains, physical releases, and reviews, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification. My name is Juan from SwitchWatch, and I'll see you again on the next one.